finally played some good tennis, and winning a tournament, always helps with the confidence. Confidence was not very high before Munich. Not played my best, but very happy with the tournament win, and moving forward, hopefully I can continue playing some good tennis.
Hi Sasha, what advice would you give to a young person who wants to become a professional tennis player?
Just do what you enjoy. If you enjoy playing tennis, then that's great. And as long as you enjoy something, I think the hard work and the things that you have to do, outside of the court and also before the matches and everything like that, it becomes easier. If you enjoy something, whether it's playing tennis, playing football, or anything else in the world, I think if you're doing it with fun, it always helps.
Good morning.
Hey.
What are the feelings that you have when you come to Madrid? First thing that comes to your mind, and second, as you were saying, you have to visualize and you have to prepare when you play tennis. What is your visualization for this year?
The first thing that comes to mind to Madrid when I arrive here is I will feel good on the tennis court. I know this. It's one of my favorite tournaments. This is my favorite court, the center court. I only lost 2 times in my entire life here, so it's a special place for me, and it's a place where I had a lot of success also. So that helps, and I hope I can continue this year the same way I did the last few years, where I'm winning great matches here and going far in the tournament. So that's for sure something that helps when I come to Madrid.
Hi.
Hi.
Without Sinner on tour, you had the opportunity to become #1 of the world. Have you feel an extra pressure because of this?
No, I think I was just playing bad, to be honest. That's how it is sometimes. I think I said it before, Australia did affect me, and there was a lot of things that, in my mind I was not playing well, but I'm past that now. I just won a tournament last week. Winning tournaments, especially, those level of tournaments, you don't win by playing bad. So I'm happy that I did. The confidence definitely raises after you win a tournament like this. And moving forward, I hope, as I said, I can continue on the same path and, still improve and still try to win. Yeah.
You mentioned that it's been, some difficult moments since Australia. Just wondered if it's been harder this time, kind of post-Australia, compared to French last year or the US Open in 2020, and if so, why that might have been?
US Open 2020 was different because we moved into the Grand Slam straight away at the French Open then. It was a weird time, weird schedule. But it was my first Grand Slam final. Last year at the French, I played a fantastic match and I came up short against Carlos, who then in the end won in 5 sets. So this time, it was a bit different. I was maybe a bit more upset because I really felt like I can win. I really felt like going into the match, okay, maybe I do 100% have a chance, and then it turned out that I had not really many chances, so that was upsetting to me. But again, that's a few months past now. I mean, we have here and then we have Rome, and then we're going into the French Open, so I can't think too much about Australia anymore. I have to think about the next 3 weeks ahead.
Good morning, Alex. I would like to know, because it first happened in Australia, it didn't happen this last week in München. You received some, let's say, disrespect treatment from the crowd. So how you personally deal with that, and if you are already exhausted of this kind of stuff?
No, it's okay. There's, in Munich, the crowd was amazing, to be honest. And I said this before, in the quarterfinal match against Griekspoor, I was mentally out of the match, and the crowd was the one that got me back, and I won the match because of the crowd. So I can't complain at all. And to be honest, there's always going to be 1 or 2 idiots everywhere. It's in every single sport like this. You have it in football with racism. You have it in tennis. You have it somewhere else. So it's just like that. It's how sport is. But for me, the crowd was amazing in Munich.
Just wondered, a few players have been asked about kind of doping controls and how strict they are.
Yeah.
I just wondered, players have used words like traumatic to describe, some of the situations they've been put in. I just wondered if you can sort of explain the reality, what it's like for a player, how careful you have to be about like contamination and everything you put in your body, any extreme steps you have to take.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it's just a subject that we've been talking about more over the last year, or not year, half a year or so, because of obviously Yannick and Iga a little bit. But in general, nothing really changes for us, or nothing changed. It is an annoying process, I have to be honest, because we have to be at a certain place every single day where we kind of give our details where we're going to be for like an hour a day. But at the same time, if they show up not in the hour that we gave them, you still have to come back to the place, right? So for me, for example, what happened, I think it was end of last year or so, in December, where I was picking up my daughter from the airport at Nice, and then in doping control, my slot is like at 7 or 8 a.m., right? And they came at 9 p.m. and they call me, you have to come back. I'm like, I can't. I'm picking up, a 3-year-old child. Like, no, you have to come back. It doesn't matter what happens. So that is more annoying, because it's kind of they're taking the freedom of life away a little bit. They're taking the freedom of, okay, if you want to come within the hour, that's fine, because that's the rule. But then after that, you have to give us the freedom of living. Just because you decided that you want to show up at a random time and not at the time slot that you are given, doesn't mean that I have to completely change my plans and leave everything and all of a sudden be available to you. That's not right, in my opinion, right? Like, as I said, if I pick my daughter up from the airport, that is more important to me, right? And that should be priority to me. And that system and that anti-doping system cannot decide for you that you have to leave everything and all of a sudden come back straight away. I think that's wrong. And that system can be better, and that system can change a little bit. But to the contamination, I think, yeah, you have to be careful, and we know that. But that hasn't changed to us. That hasn't changed since the Iga and Yannick case. We know that. We are aware of it. And yeah, it's just more the things that are around the anti-doping system that are just annoying to us and to, I think, anybody in the world. Yeah. Well, actually, I waited because they came out, and then I went home. But still, let's say you're out with your friends, right? I mean, we're home, 5 weeks a year maximum? On those 5 weeks, if we're going out for one night, if you're with your friends, if you want to spend some time away, if you even want to have a nice romantic dinner with, your wife or girlfriend or whatever, like, they can destroy that within a second. And that's something that is just not right to me, because we don't have time at home anyways. So if you want to come at the right time, that's fine. But if you want to just completely mess with our lives, then that's not fine, in my opinion. Hallo.
Letzte Woche haben John Isner und Sam Querrey, die nie ein Auto gewonnen haben, darüber nachgedacht in ihrem Podcast, was passiert mit diesen Autos eigentlich? Es sind schon 3 BMWs, gibt es die noch oder bleiben die in München? Oder was passiert mit den Autos?
Das sind Pokale für mich. Das ist ja.
Die stehen in Monte Carlo in der Garage. Oder?
Ja, nee, die benutze ich schon. Also so ist es nicht. Die werden dann benutzt.
Die Idee, wenn man in München gespielt hat, bei den Bedingungen wie letzte Woche und hierher kommt, ist das wirklich so ähnlich wegen der Höhenlage? Doch. Also
ja, vor allem, wenn das Wetter so ist, wie es war letzte Woche in München, das hatten wir 23, 24 Grad, das ist dann schon, das ist identisch eigentlich. Die Plätze hier natürlich sind viel, viel schneller und anders, also anderer Sand, aber die Bedingungen sind so ähnlich.
Und jetzt, wo dieser Sieg da ist, freut man sich darauf, dass man vielleicht mal wieder gegen Alcaraz spielt? Das wäre erst das Finale oder
Wenn ich im Finale bin, bin ich glücklich.
Okay. Zweite
super.
Niederlage war gegen Tsitsipas hier. Eine gegen Alcaraz, eine gegen Tsitsipas?
Nee, zweimal gegen Alcaraz.
Zweimal gegen Alcaraz, okay.
Ja.
Danke.
Ja.